up, gang? Hey, man, I got a banger video to respond to. Short, quick, to the point. Make sure you watch this one to the very end. I got a ton of gold nuggets. Also, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you jump into the CLG community. It is only $48 a month, less than $500 a year with the 20% discount. And then you also get a free one-on-one call with me as soon as you join the community. Just send me a DM. And without further ado, let's just jump into the video.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
That men, their whole life was taught how to treat a woman and not what to expect from a woman. But women were taught their whole life what to expect from a man, but not how to treat a man.
That video was so short, concise, and to the point, and just perfectly well said that, I mean, I just had to make a response to this video. This brother perfectly understood what has been going on in our society and why women have been getting away with the stuff that they've been getting away with. There's lack of accountability. The world allows them to have a lack of accountability. I literally just got done watching the F1 movie with a solid chick of mine. And I'm watching this movie, and the main character is the Brad Pitt character, right? And the Brad Pitt character is pretty much like a lone wolf, you know what I mean? Do his own thing. He done been through 3 divorces, you know what I mean? I don't want to ruin the movie for you guys, but he was hooking up with one of the chicks, and after whatever happened, I'm not going to ruin the movie for you guys, but he went back to being his lone wolf self, traveling man, you know what I mean? Doing what he want when he want to, whatever the case is. And the chick that I was watching the movie with, she was telling me that her grandmother, who's now single, she chose that man. She chose that man to be in a committed relationship with. She had 2 guys to choose from. She had a solid guy who was head over heels in love with her, who made really, really good money, who was a doctor, who promised to not only marry her, but move her in, and she would have to pay no bills, and he just wanted her to be a stay-at-home wife. But she ended up choosing, in her youth, she chose the basketball player who liked to party, who liked to have fun, who she was excited about. A lot of girls were attracted to this basketball player. A lot of girls were hooking up with this basketball player. That is the guy she decided to marry. That guy gave her 4 kids. That guy never worked. She was the breadwinner. He never worked, never had a job, never paid any bills. He had an alcohol addiction. He drank every day, 24/7, from sun up to sundown. He used to put alcohol in his coffee, stuff like this. And the girl that I was with, she was basically saying that, like, you know, my grandfather, which is her grandmother's ex, was such a bad man and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And one of the things that I wanted to stress to her, I was like, well, your grandma chose him. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, because the girl I'm dealing with, she's extremely attractive. I said, I'm pretty sure back in your grandmother's youth, she was a very attractive girl. She said, yes, she was extremely attractive. She had a bunch of guys coming after her. And that's when she told me, she was just like, you know what, you do have a point, because she has a guy who was extremely wealthy, was a doctor, still is wealthy, still is in love with her, still writes her love letters, but he's already married. So he's writing her letters and saying, can you at least be my mistress? And she's just like, no, I don't want to do the mistress thing, whatever the case is, you know what I mean? So basically in her prime, she chose the bad boy, right? Now the bad boy ended up being the guy without a job, without, you know, no real money, you know, laying up in the house, popping the girl with kids, and the girl and the lady ended up being the breadwinner. I think she ended up being a judge or something like that. And she ended up being the breadwinner of the family, while the man that she chose, the fun party boy she met in college, basketball star, sleeping with all the girls, you know, when his NFL dream or NBA dreams didn't work out, he just was a bum. You know what I mean? And that's the guy she chose. And the Brad Pitt character on this movie, this F1 movie, which is a really, really good movie. I mean, they did a great job. That F1 movie was a really good movie. And like I said, bro, I chose the movie. You feel me? And even she was like, damn, that was a good movie, even after we watched the movie. But then I always say, like, yeah, That Brad Pitt character, that's what you call the nomad. Back in the day, the nomad was the guy who traveled from village to village. He was a loner. He really didn't have much to offer to the village, but what he would do is he would come into the villages back in the day and sleep with everybody's wives. And all of these wives would have a kid by the nomad, but back in the day, there was no way to DNA test. So all of the women who were married, they would just say the kid belonged to the guy that they were married to, which in actuality, it was the nomad who came into town. He would visit for a little while, sleep with a bunch of women, and then go back onto his journey, right? He was not going to stick around. He was not going to take care of the kids. He had no, desire to take care of any of the kids. He just came in, dropped off dick, nutted them bitches, moved on with his life. And the reason I tell you this story is because it's so time tested, right? It's been this way since the beginning of time, and a lot of guys do not understand this. The way women operate and what they're sexually aroused by is the guy that they can never truly obtain. The guy that they can obtain, the guy that they can make their husband, the guy that they know that they have this guy in the palm of their hands where this guy can't leave, right? And I noticed this too with married women. Married women tend to be the most, least satisfied women, in my opinion, is because they know that they got this guy in a contract with the government. They might have loved him even more before they got in the contract with the guy. But as soon as they know that the government has their back, they automatically lose respect for the guy. They can't help it. They can't help it. The reason they can't help it, because in their minds, it's like, how did this guy allow me to trick him into this contract that only benefits me? You know what I mean? Like, we literally have a guy in the CLG community who's going through that right now, where his ex is about to take 70% of everything he earned. He was the breadwinner. 70%, bro. They have no kids. They don't have nothing. And she about to take 70%. And the thing with marriage, and I always tell people, and a lot of people say this too, they say, damn, when we was dating, man, she was doing everything, bro. She was giving me head, she was swallowing, she was this, she was this, she was this, she was this, she was this. And it's one of the reasons why I don't believe in marriage paperwork wise. I'll tell a chick, if you want to look like we married, I will make it look like we married. I'll give you a ring, I'll give you this. We can even have a ceremony. But as far as me turning it, you can even change your last name. But as far as me turning in that marriage certificate, why would I put myself in that position? Because without respect, there is no love. How can you respect me if I leave you, I put myself at a severe financial disadvantage? Meaning that I can't leave you. Meaning that you still get to keep your dating strategy to the day you die. Go outside, look cute, and wait for men to hit on you. Nowadays, you ain't got to go outside. You can just have a social media page and look cute, and men are going to hit on you. That is insane to me. So what this dude has broke down so perfectly and so elegantly was he basically said that the world that we live in today, men are taught. He said it way better than me. I wish I could repeat it, but I understand what he's trying to say. Men are taught, basically, I don't know how he said it, but you know what I'm trying to get at. You feel me? Basically, in so many words, is men are basically taught to not have any standards when it comes to women. Not expect anything when it comes to the modern day woman. Expect nothing from the modern day woman, right? And women are taught to basically expect everything from the modern day man. You feel me? Basically, in so many words, is the man is taught to give, and the woman is taught to take. That is what I call a leech. If you have two people, matter of fact, I'll even go further. I will call it a parasitic relationship. If you guys are not in CLG, 9 times out of 10, you care too much, meaning that you are in a parasitic relationship. I was just in the mall today and I seen this gorgeous chick. I'm talking about a chick I was just nutting for just cuz, as a sport. Beautiful chick. She had a little bit of a stomach, but very beautiful, innocent looking Puerto Rican chick with a donkey booty, with a dress on. Just a beautiful chick. And her man was next to her, holding her hand all up underneath her. And he was kind of a fat guy. You know what I mean? And I know she made it. And she was with, it was either his parents or her parents, but they were with their parents. It was a group of 4 of them. And just the way she was scanning the room, and even me and her locked eyes, and the way she's looking around and stuff like that, I know that she's dating this guy because her mom or her parents told her to date that guy because he's the safe choice. He looks like a safe choice. But the thing is, and the chick that I was with, she said the same thing. The thing is, parents talk girls into dating the safe choice, but the girl never truly loves the guy. So like, their parents would say, why don't you date him? He's such a good guy. He's such a good guy. And the parents would beat it in her head long enough that she will actually make the decision to date that guy. But then inside of the relationship, she is bored out of her mind. And that girl was extremely gorgeous. Like, that guy was kind of fat, a little bit chunky. You feel me? She was way out of his league. And she's still scanning the room, looking around. What you think she looking for? She even locked eyes with me and smiled. And I'm with a chick. What do you think she looking for? She's looking for excitement. She's looking for the guy that doesn't give a fuck about her. She's looking for the guy that's gonna fuck her like the slut that she truly is. That's what she's looking for. You feel me? Now, she's smart for settling for the good guy, probably because a lot of influence by her parents. For example, the chick that I was just chilling with, she says that growing up, her mom always wanted her to date the little nerdy boys. She just couldn't do it. They just had zero excitement. Literally, this is coming from women's mouth. And you gotta understand, the women I'm going on dates with and getting blowjobs and all that stuff from, they're extremely attractive women. So I'm not talking about no booger whoops here. And they're really honest with me because I'm honest with them. But she said that her mom growing up always wanted her to date nerdy boys. And she came from two-parent household. Dad is very well off. Mom is very well off. They come from a very solid family. She said her mom always wanted her to date the nerdy boy. Give this guy a chance. Give this guy a chance. And she would always friend zone those guys. Never sleep with them. Never do nothing with them because they just weren't her type. She even had one nerd writing her love letters. And basically writing her love letters, telling the whole school he was obsessed with her, invited her out to prom, did everything. She said no to every one of his advances. Right? And this is the crazy part. She said that he wasn't attractive. I said, was he attractive? She said, yes, he was very attractive. And I said, so why didn't you go to prom and stuff with him? She's like, I don't like nerds. I don't like nerds. In so many words, it wasn't the fact that she didn't like nerds. I know what it was, but sometimes women have a very hard time articulating what they truly mean. That guy showed way too much fucking care. He's telling the whole school he was in love with her. He asking her out to prom. He's doing this. He's writing letters to her. He's buying her flowers. He's getting her cupcake. He's doing all this shit. And everybody on the outside looking in is like, oh, he's so romantic. Oh, he's this. Oh, you should. All her friends were saying, you should give this guy a chance. You should give this guy a chance. And she despised the guy. She hated the guy. I know why she hated the guy. Because I know women's psychology better than they know themselves. She hated the guy because the guy cared too goddamn much. It is just something about a guy who can turn his care down with the chick that he will get everything out of her. This chick, I've been dealing with this chick. She's actually my favorite rotation chick, even though I sleep with a bunch of them. She goes from being crazy into the Bible, crazy into all of this stuff like that. She gave me a blowjob. You know what I mean? I went on a little hiatus away from her for a little while. She told me during that hiatus she was going through a stint of depression. So when she met me today, the first thing she wanted to do was have a talk. Right? And I let her say everything and say her piece and whatever and get everything off her chest. And I heard what she said. I didn't listen to nothing she said. After she got done talking, I quickly changed the subject. We ended up watching the movie. And by the end of that night, she was thanking me. She's like, thank you so much for being such a good person. I didn't even respond to none of her concerns that she said when she was talking to me. She was making up in her mind how sweet and how kind I was. And all I did was listen to her, let her spill out all this stuff about me and all these things that she wants me to do better with her and this and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And just talking to me about where I should be better and why I should care for her more and why she don't feel like I love her and all this crazy stuff. I let her talk her little tail off. Basically changed the conversation. Went to watch the movie. She thinks I'm the best person in the world. She goes on to, you know she gave me the blowjob. You know she swallowed. You know she did all that. Then she goes on to basically tell me, like, I know it's probably so easy for you to get girls. You know what I mean? Like, I always put myself in these situations. I always go after the guy that can get any girl he wants. I know girls just throw themselves at you all the time and this and blah, blah, blah. She's painting her own picture of me. That's why I tell you guys, 80-20, turn your care down, all of this stuff like that. She's painting her own picture of me, but because my care's turned down, she's in her mind painting me in the best possible light possible of a man. You get what I'm trying to say? Whether it's true or not, she's painting me as the best possible option that she can imagine. Several girls do this. She's not the only one. Several girls text me. He's like, well, tell those other girls it's my turn when I'm in town, this and this, blah, blah, blah. Put those other girls on the side. I know you, every girl on the planet wants to sleep. Girls tell me this all the time. I blow it off, act like I don't really hear it. You know what I mean? But they tell me this stuff all the time. They assume an average height guy, you feel me? Not the best looking guy on the planet. They assume that I'm sleeping with every dime piece that look just like them. And it's just shooting fish in the barrel for me. You know what I mean? And they assume everywhere we go, any waitress that I talk to, they assume that waitress is head over heel in love with me. They assume every girl that runs past me is fucking obsessed with me. This is what they assume when you guys listen, and especially for my CLG members, when you guys listen to what I tell you to do, you stick to the script, you follow the process, this is what happens. And like the guy in the beginning of this video said, men aren't taught this ever in their life. The information that I'm giving people in the CLG community, men are never taught this. They're never taught to act this way. They're never taught how girls respond. They're never taught any of that. You feel me? It got to the point today, this girl was on her best behavior because, like I said, she said she went through depression because I didn't talk to her in like 3 to 4 days or something like that. She said she was damn near depressed, losing her mind because I didn't talk to her in a few days. So then she goes on to say stuff like, if we were to ever, she keep talking about marriage stuff. She's like, if we were to ever get married, she was like, just promise me that you won't have an emotional connection to another girl. Just promise me you won't emotionally cheat on me. And I said, what you mean by that? Basically, in so many words, she was telling me, you can physically fuck another girl if we ever get married, but just don't don't emotionally like another bitch. And in my head, I'm like, that's easy because I really don't give a fuck about none of these bitches I'm fucking for real, for the most part. You feel me? But even the fact that she was all about, I have to be 100% monogamous to her if I do get married to her and all this stuff like that. The fact that she even changed her tune today was mind blowing. She went from, I have to be monogamous if I ever decide to be with her, to the point of just saying, well, you can physically cheat on me. You can fuck a bitch. Just don't just don't emotionally get attached to none of the bitches if you fuck them. You get where I'm coming from? Like, this stuff that I'm teaching you guys in this CLG movement, community, whatever the case is, it is mind-blowing stuff. You notice the women stop commenting on my stuff, right? Because I'm fucking a lot of women. And women know I'm the guy they fucking. Like, that's why they stop commenting. They be like, damn, I just fucked a nigga that act like that. I just cheated on my husband with a nigga that act like CJ. I just sucked a nigga dick that act just like CJ. That nigga ain't lying. And when you truly understand women, if you ever watched the Formula One movie, I just watched it. The Brad Pitt character, before he marries the girl, right? Because once you marry the chick, she lose respect within the marriage, because now she like, well, now you stuck in the now you stuck in the one-sided contract with me. Now I can't respect you, bro. Women, this system is rigged. I think the system is rigged because it was created by simps. So when the simps create the system, and they never really truly understand women, and they create the system, I mean, you got to connect to, like, think about it. It's a whole bunch of bad boys out here getting women pregnant, whatever the case is. Did you know in the baby boomers' time, there wasn't a problem with girls getting pregnant and having a bunch of kids, because those men were what I'm telling you that women respect. Selfish, move to the beat of their own drum, move things forward. They wasn't afraid about no Me Too movements and da-da-da. But then you had a simp-ass man who was probably listening to women, and he was changing the laws. He got it, because you understand, some people that move up into positions of power, a lot of these guys are super insecure, lame guys. If you ever meet some really rich people, you realize like they was like nerds in high school and shit. Like, they not really like, just because they got money, they not really like that. Like, you know what I mean? You seen the way Jeff Bezos' wife look at fucking Leonardo DiCaprio? She with the nigga. She like, damn, this nigga really a nerd for real. But these simp ass niggas who make it to the top, a lot of them were brainwashed by women. Let me give you a perfect example. The chick that I just got to get my dick sucked with, everything like that, she has a guy friend, right? This nigga been trying to get in her drawers since the beginning of the time. She only sees this guy as a guy friend. She will never get his guy pussy. But she was telling me for the few days that I wasn't talking to her, the guy friend and her other girlfriend, she was basically spewing all the things that she disliked about me. So she was telling them, she was like, I told them that I didn't like you because you don't show intent. You don't do nothing romantic for me. You don't do this. And I just find myself just always doing what you want. You know, I'm having premarital sex with you. I'm giving you blowjobs. I'm doing all of this stuff. And like, you know, I just don't like that. And I wish you showed more of this. I wish you showed more of this. This is what she's complaining to her guy friend about. So what's happening is it's making that guy softer, meaning that it's gonna lower the quality of women. And he's not a bad looking guy, but if he believes that shit, it's gonna keep lowering his ability to attract dime pieces, because the shit that she's complaining to him about is actually the shit that she responds to. It's actually the reason that she's in love with me. It's actually the reason she swallows my cum. It's actually the reason she does everything that I say. But she's telling him as if this all the things that she doesn't like about a man, which will trick his brain into thinking, man, I need to do the opposite of what CJ does because this bitch hates CJ. But in person, this bitch is telling me if we ever get, she still want to marry a nigga, saying if we ever get married, in so many words, you can fuck other girls, just don't get an emotional attachment to them, please. Don't emotionally cheat on me. You can stick your dick in another bitch, just don't love one of them hoes. So in his mind, he listening to the bitches and thinking he should be more romantic. You get where I'm coming from? He listening to the bitches thinking he should turn up his care. Because CJ got his care down, but guess what? CJ got the bitch obsessed. But guys' brains don't work like that. Guys be actually listening to what women say, and they take it into consideration. And that's who created the world. The guys who simp as fuck, they have female friends, they listen to their female friends complain about the men that they are obsessed about to these weak ass men. And these weak ass men actually believe these motherfucking females. They actually listen to these females. They actually take these females' advice. And then when they get into positions of power, they lean towards the females' way of thinking, and they punish men with laws and the way stuff is set up, and everything is against men. Because they, in their mind, actually believe what women are saying. They believe that you should be chivalrous. They believe that you should be sweet. They believe that you should open doors. They believe that you should buy flowers. They believe that you should care about a bitch. They believe all of this shit. Meanwhile, the wife that they're married to can't stand they bitch ass. And they can't see it. Guys can be super, super naive when it comes to females. And females will dock you points if you do not understand what the fuck they're actually trying to say. If you can't read between the lines and understand that most of the shit that come out of their mouth is a pure lie, they lose respect for you because they look at you as a man that's easily manipulated. And she cannot love a man that she does not respect, even if she decides to get in a relationship with you. I've been saying this since the beginning of the time. I have proof on top of proof on top of proof on top of proof. And now I got a girl talking about she don't want to have premarital sex too. Oh, and then after she gave me a blowjob, because I just got this BMW, whatever the case is. And I told her, I said, hey, I really didn't want you to give me a blowjob because with my new car, I didn't want to do anything sexual in my new car. And then she's like, oh, so I'm the first one to give you head in the new car? I'm like, yeah. And then she was just like, all right, next time we're going to fuck. And I was like, no, I do not want to fuck in this car. She's like, yep, we're going to fuck right in this car. So you went from talking about premarital sex, I ain't showing you intention, I ain't trying to marry you, to swallowing all my cum and then saying, next time, I'm going to get you to fuck me in this car because I know you don't want to do it. And I got a date tomorrow. I was about to bust another sheet. So she sucked my dick, she swallowed my cum, she was jacking my dick got hard as fuck again, and she was about to take it back out and give me another blowjob. But I was like, fuck, I got a date with a bitch I ain't fucked yet tomorrow. So I had to basically put that on hold. Cause I'm like, let me have some nut left so I can fuck the bitch tomorrow, goddamn. Just in case that shit get hot and heated. You know what I mean? Badass little Puerto Rican bitch. Tomorrow I got a motherfucking date with too. And you gotta understand, the bitches that I'm talking about, I haven't went out that much. Like, and then when I do go out, like, I don't even talk to that many bitches. Even when I went out with one of the CLG members last weekend, I still got bitches from that night hitting me up, trying to link. Like, this CLG shit works at a high percentage. We got guys, and it's not even about my results. I just talk about my results because they personal to me, but my results have been slowing up because I've been working so hard. I've been shooting all these videos, I've been editing, I haven't even been going outside. My boy, my YouTube friend with 5 million subscribers been hitting me up this whole entire time. He just bought a $250,000 Ferrari. Naturally aspirated engine. He got a new apartment with a beautiful view. He been hitting me up. Hey bro, come through, kick it with me. Hey bro, let's go out. Hey bro, let's get some more. I haven't even been able to go out with him. And we used to go out every weekend together. He got 5 million subscribers on YouTube. You feel where I'm coming from? So I've significantly been going out less, still getting a bunch of pussy, or still getting dates and shit set up. But that's even with very low volume. I'm talking about extremely low volume, because the shit in the CLG works. And the reason I put all my secrets in the CLG, so anybody who follows it down to the T will get results. Like, that's it. I came to the internet to get guys results. That's it. You know what I mean? So I really wanted to stress that to you guys. I really wanted you guys to truly understand where I was coming from with this. I really want you guys to truly understand female nature and understand how females work. And when you guys are actually ready to take your dating life to the next level, get some money in your pocket, you know what I mean, surround yourself with like-minded men that you can open up to. And I was telling one of the guys in the CLG community, I was like, bro, as men, sometimes we go through things with women and stuff like that. Like, for example, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all, man. The chick that just gave me a blowjob, she like my favorite rotation bitch. You know what I mean? And not cause she's the hottest. I got girls in rotation that's hotter than her. We just click better for some reason. You feel me? Like, we honest with each other. We click better. You feel me? It's just something there that I just fuck with her on a deeper level than even sex. Even though the pussy good, the head good, everything good. She clean as fuck. You know what I mean? She eat healthy. She stay in the gym. She super fit. Every time we go out together, you know, she's super attractive. You know what I mean? So, on top of all that shit, we click in a way that our minds kind of just click. You know what I mean? Like, every now and again, you run across a chick that She be finishing your sentences, you know what I mean? She be fucking, you know, I think she just copied me all the fucking time. She loved me so goddamn much. She be telling me she loved me. Like, she told me several times, she's like, I fucking love you. I didn't know how much I loved you, but I love, like, she just a solid ass chick, you feel me? So, it be times where I even be like, damn, nigga, I'm falling for this bitch, even though I know she not main bitch material. It's just, damn, this bitch is a solid ass bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's solid as fuck. Like, you feel me? Like, this motherfucker would die for a nigga for real. You know what I mean? And she saying some shit to make a nigga be like, damn, bitch, I might, hey, shit, you might got a little pass, but, hey, I might move to the beat of my own drum and put you in that main bitch role. The way you talking about some, I can, fuck other bitches as long as I don't get emotionally attached and shit. You know what I mean? It's a start in the right direction. You know what I mean? Cause the type of nigga I am, bitch, don't tell me what I can do when I'm fucking another bitch. You can, hey, cause I'm the type nigga, when I'm fucking a bitch, I be damn near, cause I fuck bitches only my type. While I'm fucking that bitch, I be damn near in love with that bitch. You know what I mean? I done fuck some bitches while I'm inside of them, I be like, I love this bitch. But after I nut, I get back to my senses and I be like, whew, just another chick. You know what I mean? But this the type of chick, the chick that I just got done kicking it with, after I nut, I still be fucking with her. Our minds click. You feel me? Like something about this bitch, like, even beyond the pussy, our minds be in sync. You feel me? Like it be some weird shit. Like, she one of them bitches, like, after I nut, I be like, damn, I still fuck with this bitch. Other bitches, I be in love with them because they bodies is so perfect and they so beautiful and they skin so soft and shit like that. Every stroke, because I don't jack off, I don't watch porn. So, like, I get all my fucking sexual shit from actual pussy. So every stroke, like, I'm like, oh, I'm falling in love with this bitch. Like, it's like I'm going in some kind of trance. But then after that bust that fat ass load, then I be like, whew, I get back to my senses, and then I don't love the bitch no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like her still a little bit, but I don't love her no more. Like, you know what I mean? But I be finding myself getting into trances with women. Like, God damn, I'm loving this bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this bitch doing everything I say. I flip her over, she flip over. I do her this way, I put her leg up. She do everything. She ain't talking. It's just like, this some real type shit. I'm falling for this bitch. But yes, going back to this chick, bruh. This motherfucker be telling me she love me. Like spelling that shit out. I fucking love you. Like, I ain't never felt like this for a man. And she say shit, I know you can get any fucking woman you want. I get it. You know what I mean? I understand. But I am fucking in love with you. Like, she will spell that shit out. And she's like, I've never told a man I loved him. Ever. Like, not even close, you know? So, it is what it is, bro. For all you guys, like, on some real stuff, bro, I'm giving you some life-changing advice. I really do hope you take it. If you don't, I mean, it is what it is. I do feel sorry for the guys that do not know this information, because women respond to the same stuff. They obsess over the guys that have their care turned down with the woman. I'm not telling you guys not to care at all. Obviously, I care for every single chick that's in my rotation. There's got to be some level of care there if I'm getting them on a date, if I'm, you know, in conversation with them, if I'm putting my dick in their mouth. There's obviously got to be some fucking level of care. But what I'm trying to say is, what most guys fall into, they fall into the trap of overcaring. You feel me? They're showing too much care. You know what I mean? Basically being too needy, too reliable, too consistent, to any of this stuff to a woman turns her off. It drives her pussy up. And I don't care what no guy says. You feel me? Like, I know from first-hand experience, and I'm talking about stuff that works at the highest percentage. I know from first-hand experience what actually works with these modern-day fucking women. It's just that simple. Are these modern day women bad people? No, they just like what the fuck they like. They just have a hard time articulating what they like because it might come off as politically incorrect. If a bunch of women start saying, we like assholes, we like guys that are fucking assertive, we like guys that know how to move things forward, we like guys that are a little bit selfish, we like guys that care less about us, everybody be like, see, this is why I don't like bitches. You stupid bitches, you did it. Everybody will fucking make them feel like shit. So what they have to say is, they have to say, we like guys that get us flowers and think about us and care about us. They have to say this shit, bro, because it sounds good. Or they just don't fucking know. You feel me? But what they actually respond to is completely different. Every one of those church girls that I talk to, They all said that all of their ex-boyfriends was cheating, lying, sons of bitches, da-da-da-da. But they kept choosing that nigga. When girls have the choice, I just told you 2 stories in the beginning. This chick's grandma, she had a good boy to choose from, bad boy to choose from. She chose bad boy. The chick that I'm rocking with, her mom always wanted her to choose the good nerdy kids. She said it was attractive. She never liked the good nerdy kids. She always liked the bad boys. Every girl since the beginning, my mother, who could have had any man she wanted from the stuff what I heard, because my mom, they say my mom was a dime piece back in the day. She chose the bad Jamaican drug dealer, gangster killer motherfucker, which is my father. You get what I'm trying to say? When girls have the choice, they will always choose the guy that cares less. Pretty much 10 times out of 10. You gotta understand, the bad boy cares more about being bad than he cares about his bitch. He care more about money or selling drugs or fight out, whatever the fuck he up to. He care more about that than his bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? Bitches can't resist it. You feel me? They can't resist it. You know what I mean? They just can't resist it. The guy that overly cares about her, it's like a mosquito repellent, and they the mosquitoes. You feel me? It's like I don't know how else to put it. You know what I mean? So that's my little 2 cents for the night. I'm a little bit tired. I gotta get some rest. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Shit, I just got my dick sucked. All kinds of shit. I'm getting texts from my niggas. All kinds of shit. She just texted me she got home safe. So that's what that is, bro. Like, you feel me? Lock into the channel. You know what I mean? Really lock into the channel. Really listen to the message. Understand the message. Internalize the message. If you really want results, jump into the CLG community, because I have everything spelled out step by step. Start to finish with every single chick. Get the process. Use that process on every single girl. Never, ever, 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 ever change that process depending on how hot a girl is. The hotter the girl is, the more you need to stick to the script, because you got less room for error. You feel me? Her respect for you is already at all time fucking low. Don't make a motherfucking mistake and get it below the threshold and she'll never talk to your ass again. Follow the process. Stick to the process. And you guys will be fine, but you got to jump into the CLG community. It's only $48 a month, less than $500 a year with a 20% discount. If you do the yearly, you still get the one-on-one calls with me. Just jump in, DM me. Let's set up the one-on-one calls. Let's get you right sooner rather than later for a whole hour. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.